Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Mostly gentlemen, according to our analytics. I am Dark. I am Dark of DLD After Dark. The eagle has landed. What's up, Swampy? What's up, Loki? What's up, Bacon? Zach? Dean? Opie? Opie? On a ride? Gerchop? All of y'all. Yeah, I'm going dark because I'm dark. What's up, John Rice? Thirsty Cult. Hello, Daddy. So we have a very, very exciting guest for you guys. There is going to be one large phallic-shaped item in this stream, like a large throbbing. You'll see. I'll go ahead and bring in our guest in just a moment. Enjoy. All right, guys, what a beautiful day to have an extremely large dick in the stream.
Hey, Dave.
What'd you do there?
I had a little. God, I'm getting too old for this.
A little snafu, Agent
Little
Riggs?
snafu. You scared me, and I took my finger off the mag spring.
Oh, what kind of magazine? What kind of magazine are you putting together?
Uzi mag.
Uzi.
25 round Uzi mag with an extension, so it's 40 rounds.
Nice.
What the fuck was that?
15 round, so 15 and 25?
Something like that.
I heard a case hit the ground. That was more than a case.
Yep.
Or a casing, or the Romanian flaccid dog. Oh, man. Let me see if the end is near. Beware is in here, or you may not be in yet. I apologize that I did not get back to you today. My apologies. I am but one man.
Oh, for Christ's sakes.
What's up, Mike Lassen? Well, I know, most people know who you are, but why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
I'm no one.
All right, you heard it.
I am the knight.
He is Batman.
No, I think it's more like Fat Man, but you know.
I could make that work in a song. Like in an intro.
I'm Richard with BWE Firearms, and I play with machine guns all day when I'm not going to chemo or sleeping.
Which all sound great except the chemo part.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, and I'd like to say, fuck cancer. Cancer is terrible.
And everybody over the age of 45 should go get their butt cam. Yeah,
I mean, I know that like someone like Thirsty Cult has their butthole looked at on a normal basis, but all of us should take our health seriously and go get the old endoscopy video. Maybe did they give you a copy of the video?
I have no idea. I've never had one done. They just went and hacked it out.
Dang.
Yeah, they just did this to me. Wait a minute. Put my arm over my bag.
Yeet. Hold on, let me show you nice up and close. Hold on, that's just making me bigger.
Look at that.
I got an idea.
Scarred me all up. Just hacked me to pieces.
And then you got your poo bag next to it.
And then I got my poo pocket.
The poo pocket. So now we were considering doing like some kind of idea around PPW EDC, poo pocket wallet or poo wallet EDC, right? Because no one's going to go looking in there for anything.
Oh no, you know.
I mean, if they do,
I half want to test it. You know.
Yeah.
You go diving for it, motherfucker. I ain't touching it.
Yeah. Thirsty Cult actually responded and says, indeed, he has his beehole looked at frequently, daily, actually. Not only daily, a lot daily.
Man.
Thirsty, you should make them pay extra for that. Zach says, Dark is wearing an F-ton of makeup after his drag contest, but knew he still had to stream, and that's why he is silhouetted out. See, you guys know me so well at this point.
Yeah.
Right? It's like,
I figured as much.
yeah. I just, those patches that you use to remove the little wipes, used to remove the makeup, just they don't cut it, man.
Nope.
They don't actually work. Oh, whoops. Oh no, can't do that. This is not Dark. This is someone else. I actually did this for.
I am Dark's father.
I actually did this last night, and it happened to be right around the time that we were talking about maybe like a line in the sand where somebody may draw their line in the sand when or if individuals decide to procure firearms from freedom-loving Americans. And then after that, this is what happened. Somebody else came into the camera. Hi, how are you? I'm so glad that you got to meet my friend there.
Wow. Ooh.
No, the funny thing is, though, no makeup, but I did get hit twice in the head with two paintballs. I got a ricochet right there. You're probably not going to be able to see it very well. That one was good. Caught one under the chin. And I do have a few spots like down my body, but you guys don't want to see my body. My body is disgusting. I mean, my body's a temple. Yeah, so I had fun today, and it was exciting. I'll say that.
I'm just reading comments. Sorry.
No, it's hard not to, right? Duck Glowy Gang, what's up, brother? Hey, we're Ricochet brothers. Hell yeah. Dean, channel member, Zach Carr, Bacon, channel member.
Somebody said something about the HK21 video I did today, and just thanks.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you guys. That was Joe Morris.
Yeah.
Nice. I just watched the HK21E video. Good stuff, Dick. Where I saw something else. The Hofster is in the house. Bliat man. There's got to be something. I don't know what that means. Thirsty talking about his beehole. DLD After Dark. I said in the chat the other day, it's not fair at BWE Firearms. The poo pocket is external and more options. Just saying. That's true. He has more options.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not jealous.
That and the front of it's clear so they can see through it. And I don't give a shit. I'll just say, go ahead and take it, motherfucker.
I don't give a shit. Was that on purpose? The I don't give a shit part?
Go ahead, copper, take it. I want to see you take it. I'll pay you money to take it.
Get those gloves on, boy. Actually, it's 2021. I don't think we can say boy, but you know what I mean.
No gloves. Ain't touching me with no gloves. Got to do it barehanded like I do.
I thought like I do. I thought the silhouette was paying homage to Eyewitness Man from Old Unsolved Mysteries show. So that's kind of how it started, right? Initially, it was like, okay, I'm gonna do like, the how they do it in videos, right? They blur the dude out, and then he sits here and he talks, and he like has a voice changer, and he talks about how CRS did terrible things to me before I turned 18. I never knew that. I thought everybody did these things. Just kidding. That's not a joke. Point on the doll where CRS touched you.
Right in the poo pocket.
Right in the poo wallet. Poo pocket. Is it a poo pocket or a poo wallet or both?
I like poo pocket myself.
Poo pocket
rhymes.
Good. Yeah, poo pocket. Poo pocket.
And you can say it in front of little kids, and then little kids will run around. Mommy, I want a poo pocket.
Yeah, right. Well, go ahead and go talk to the nice man and go get you one. So you got some new interesting things going on here, right? We were talking about some cool things. You want to build a new machine gun. I almost got in a fist fight, and yeah, we got some good shit to start the stream.
Yeah, we got some stuff.
Mm-hmm. So what do you guys in chat want to hear first? Poo pocket or prison wallet? Yes. Actually, your poo pocket essentially renders your prison wallet completely available.
Yep.
You can
clean too.
Clean as a whistle.
I haven't used it since the end of February.
We have to capitalize on this.
I'm thinking about growing some flowers in it, but maybe some cucumbers.
You can at least germinate. Oh, cucumbers.
Let the vines just crawl up my shoulders, and
you could definitely germinate some seeds in there. I don't know if they would take to that type of climate. So as we're sitting here talking about poop and beeholes, Dire Avenger says, "Hey, it's Richard. I really appreciate his wisdom being shared. Also, when are y'all getting Adam Grubbs on?" So he actually agreed to do the show, and then he kind of ghosted me. So I would actually ask that you guys do something for me. So if you got fist fight, yeah, I'll tell you about the fist fight. I almost got in a fist fight. I didn't get in a fist fight.
Was it one of these fist fights?
Oh no, it would have been bad. and the other dude is very physically capable. But I had this weird thing where I'm even though I'm kind of soggy in the midsection, I am, super strong. 1 second.
The boss is calling.
I think she's saying dark. I trained her well. Hold on.
He left us in the dark. So what do you guys want to talk about tonight? Let me know, because I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to say. Magic mushrooms, like that environment. Ooh, I like magic mushrooms. I used to. When I was young and reckless. Dave, honey. I think it's more like, Dave, shithead. Got raided by the missus. He gonna get busted up is what he gonna get. Yeah, it's my time to shine. I just don't do well by myself. Of course, I don't do well with others either, but what can you do? You want to talk about stens? I like Stens. Stens are fun. To the N-word. Huh? What do you think of shotgun mini shells? I haven't played with them a whole lot. You know, they've been around a long time. You know, a lot of people think they're new.
They don't know my name is Dave. Okay? That's what I'm saying.
Huh?
Okay. Sorry about that.
No problem. She smack you around?
A little bit.
Is that why the light's off? She gave you a black eye and a bloody lip?
I am just abused, and I think that Dark left the toilet seat up again. Opie said, Dave, honey. Yeah.
She got that big old strap on out.
Oh, God. I don't want to do pegging on what days? Saturdays.
Dark, you've been bad. It's time for your punishment.
Oh, the best kind.
Bend over and grab your ankles.
I have
Bitch.
2 questions. First, what do you want to do now that Uzi parts are drying up? After all, your business is built around being the best Uzi smith. Also, do you enjoy Florida humidity?
Oh, hell no. I hate humidity. But I hate the cold worse. So it's a choice, one or the other. So we took the humidity because we can always stay in the air conditioning or jump in the pool. And we can do that in the middle of January. Well, all you northerners are freezing your nuts off. What am I going to do with Uzi parts drying up? I'll just start making parts. Not a problem. Just means more money for me.
Literally fabricating parts from bar stock shit, just like you do for the the handguard.
Retainers. I mean,
or is that what they're not handguard retainers? Is it handguard retainers?
The handguard studs, the bayonet lugs, all that stuff I make.
Nice.
I probably make half to 3/4 of the parts for the Uzis right now. So I'll just add more parts.
What's stopping you from making? I imagine the receivers are challenging.
I know nothing about. Well, I know some about stamping, but I know almost nothing about stamping. And there's a lot of shit to learn about stamping. Plus you need the one guy I know who does stamping, I think he said you need like a 200-ton press to stamp out receivers or something. And I just don't have the room or the money. 200 ton.
200 tons?
Yeah.
Dude, how? I thought the AK ones were like nowhere near that. How are Uzi receivers? How do they
one AKs are a lot thinner. You can take an AK receiver and flat and bend it with your hand. Uzi receivers are about 3 times as thick.
Do you know what gauge they are by any chance?
No. They're 75 thousandths thick.
75 thousandths.
Yeah. So they're over 1/16 of an inch.
Yeah, that's probably freaking 10 gauge or some shit like that.
And then the problem is with MP5 receivers, HK receivers, it's a straight bend right down the center.
Yeah.
Uzis are not a straight bend. It's squared on the back and then it's rounded on the front. And to get that right takes a hell of a lot of work.
Damn. Yeah, that's a whole nother beast right there.
Yep.
What is the availability like of receivers? Because you can fab most of the other shit.
Yeah, I've got a source for receivers if I need it. I don't know how long he's going to be doing it. It was his father's business, and his father passed away about 2 or 3 months ago, I think. And I need to order stuff from him, but I've just been giving him some time to figure things out. And, in the past we've talked and he said, yeah, I'd love to do some more Uzi stuff with you. But, after his dad passing, I'm not sure,
Yeah. It's crazy. Like, we're in this kind of phase where, like we talked about before, all the most incredible people like M60 Joe,
Yep.
like, gunsmiths you talked about, like left and right, are either like passing away,
Yep.
or they're, retiring, and they don't pass it down to their kids. They don't. That's why, like, and I know it's way different than like machine. Like, I don't have any machines. I don't have anything like that. But when I have, like, excuse me, family, friends, or anybody like that is asking me to do a build for them, then I tell them, and I've said this before to the folks in the chat, like, if dang,
had to get my ass more comfortable.
That's important.
Yeah.
Do you do these streams on a stool?
No, I got one of those fold-up chairs.
Oh, gotcha. I was gonna say, damn, I feel bad for your ass.
My stool is too high. When I'm on my stool, I'm like this.
But your stool is on your tummy.
Yeah.
Get it? See what I did there?
It is.
That was good. That was good. Sorry. Nobody worried about laughing about that. What's it talking about? There's one thing. Okay, sorry. So 2 things. Number 1, yes, Uzis have a bayonet lug. They also have a threaded muzzle, but it's actually a portion of the receiver that's threaded, not the actual barrel itself. Yep. Is that correct?
Yeah, the barrel's smooth. Do I have a barrel over here?
A lot of people call, because it's just got like a target crown on it.
Yeah, I don't see an Uzi barrel. I got one somewhere here, but
I've never seen an actual bayonet on an Uzi though.
I don't even know if a bayonet will fit on an Uzi. One of the guys on Uzi Talk took a bayonet.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he did it for a mini Uzi.
Because it looks like it's got this. It's like a little. Let me see where my finger. It's like just a little like little dongle.
Yeah, it's a little bayonet lug.
Yeah.
It
doesn't look like a traditional like AR or AK bayonet would fit on it. I would think.
No, I don't think it will.
Specific to an Uzi.
There is a specific Uzi bayonet, and actually they do fit. So what I'm thinking of is somebody took like the micros have a bayonet lug on them. And I think somebody took an Uzi bayonet and cut it down for a micro so the handle was about that long.
Nice.
It's like
I actually found some pictures. It looks like a special bayonet, but honestly, that may be one of those like damn, I forgot what they're called, but they're kind of more regular bayonets.
Yeah.
I need a mouse. Where's my mouse? Hold up. Yeah, okay, so here's a close one. Oh, that's perfect. Put freaking your goddamn stock brand right over the bayonet.
Yeah.
Okay, so it does look like it's a specific bayonet.
Yeah, it's a specific bayonet for the Uzi.
Yeah, that
I've just never had one.
Yeah, it looks like we need to find one, and we need to. You know what? How about this? We're gonna do a fundraiser for Hoff, and you can't see me, but my hands are in front of my face like this because I'm asking you if you can find it in your heart. Secondly, find it within your checking account. Then thirdly, find it on Gunbroker. Find it within your heart to bless Richard V. Hoff with one Uzi bayonet. With your one Uzi bayonet a day, you can feed a gunsmith. And this is when you have like a swollen belly and a fly like lands on your face and stuff.
Yeah.
And that chick sings the Arms of the Angels song. But backing up a little bit, so back to shit that's super important, not getting passed down to the youth, and them not building guns, and they just like drink soy lattes and like stream on Twitch,
And talk about how MP5s are much more accurate than MP5Ks because that's how it is on their video game.
Oh God, yeah,
You stupid little bastards.
Yeah, and I don't really know if they understand the difference between like accuracy versus velocity, and because there's really not that much of a difference, right? That's like saying that the mini Uzi is not as accurate as a full size Uzi.
Yeah,
which is
when it comes right down to it, anything with a shorter sight radius, a shorter barrel, is not as accurate as a longer one. I guarantee you don't shoot that well to be able to tell the goddamn difference.
Yeah.
Unless you're talking a 6-inch barrel compared to a 34-inch target barrel or something,
Let's just rent a Bobcat and weld a bunch of metal plates on it and call it a day. Just saying. That sounds so familiar. Maybe not a Bobcat, but it sounds familiar. Zach Carr, thank you for the super chat, brother. Can we strap an old-timer knife to a Derringer? We just got to find the right knife and the right Derringer. Because, and
a roll of duct tape.
Yep. There's one thing I got to pull up and I got to show you. But so back to what I was saying. So when a family member, a friend, somebody that I know and trust like well enough to, help them build a firearm out just for the purpose of it being custom to them, right? Like I'm not like cranking out, ghost guns on my folding table here. The one commitment I tell them, I'm like, look, I'll build a gun out for you. I will, bring you over. I'll like a lot of people just want to drop shit off and then come back when it's done. And I'm like, no, we're literally going to do it together. We will have you go through the whole process with me. I want you to learn it and I will build it for you like for free. I don't ask for anything at all under one condition, that you learn it and teach somebody else how to build.
Yeah.
And that's super important to me because if we don't like continue this, they're clearly trying to make, they're calling them PMFs, privately manufactured firearms. They came up with an acronym, of course.
I think everybody who comes up with those fucking acronyms ought to just be beat senseless and then a 22 in the back of the head. I hate that shit.
Well, they love acronyms because it just makes them feel cool or feel special. And if you can give, this is the classic, they give the acronym and then they say, oh, sorry, that stands for privately manufactured firearms, because it makes them look way more smart. Just like when I was doing my suppressor video and I said, this is a lid, a linear inertial decoupler. I mean, shit, I got like mad smart points from doing that.
I don't know. I'm old. I think it sounds stupid.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't make it.
Say what you mean, period.
Yeah.
If you don't say what you mean, just shut your fucking mouth.
Being direct is important.
Yep.
That's also why I call it a booster, because I don't want to, say. I was having fun with it in the video.
Oh yeah.
Linear inertial decoupler.
Dire Avenger 001 asked, have you considered hiring welders to apprentice under and carry on long after you retire? No, because there's not enough work for me to hire welders. I mean, Jesus Christ, those guys make more money than I do.
Welders?
Yeah. There's
So
huge money in that.
Is it something better to sub out or learn how to weld yourself?
You just learn how to weld yourself. It's not that hard. A monkey can do it.
Are you set up to weld?
Yeah. Yeah, I can gas weld and I can TIG weld.
Nice.
I couldn't stick weld to save my freaking life, though. I was never able to do that. But TIG, I started out gas welding.
It just looks way too complicated.
No, it's simple. And so when I decided to get a TIG welder, I went to one of the dealers, and they're like, "You want to try out a TIG welder?" I said, "Sure." I said, "I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I'll give it a try."
So
and
if I can run a soldering iron, is that a pre-qualification?
No, anybody can weld. It's easy to weld.
Yeah. I mean, you basically, what I did hear, though, is that welding with titanium is way more.
Oh, yeah. That's a whole specialty. Welding aluminum, welding titanium, even stainless steel is a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And I just don't mess with that stuff.
Yeah.
But like what I need, here, I'm a small shop, I don't have, 5,000 square feet to spread people out. And, this guy does welding. So he works, 4 hours a week and then he sits on his ass the rest of the time. We're not playing that game. You're going to be sweeping the floors. You're going to be cleaning the shitter. You're going to be running a CNC. You're going to be welding. You're going to be polishing. You're going to be parkerizing.
Cleaning the shit bag.
Cleaning the shit bag.
Yeah. Sorry.
If I get all mad and it explodes.
They also have to guess when you poop.
Yep.
Yeah. So Detective John Kimball says, can you ask Hoff what would be the issue if a Sten gun wasn't grabbing the rim of the round when racking the slide back? Does it have to be fired to get the shell to recess into the ejector?
Sten submachine gun, yeah. If you're talking about an open bolt submachine gun, that bolt has to be fully closed for the extractor to grab the round.
Hold on. It has to be fully closed. So if we're talking about an open bolt full auto, then it has to be fully closed
and seated for the extractor to pop over the round.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So it has to smash in the battery.
Let me get something bigger that you can actually see. Here? Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. If that's the rim of a case.
Yeah.
That extractor has to hit hard enough to jump over the rim of the case. And if that bolt doesn't close fully, you wind up with the extractor like this. And then when you pull the bolt back, it just, comes right off because it's not hooked on the rim of the case.
So if he's building a semi-auto and he slams the bolt home, a closed bolt semi-auto, and he slams the bolt home,
it should grab that case.
It should grab the case.
Yeah, the extractor should jump over the case.
Interesting. Hopefully that's helpful to you, Johnny Kimby.
Yeah.
Let me go back here. Move this. And just for y'all, so you still know, the Glock 26 receiver at JSD is still $69 with code DAC.
DAC.
Oh, nice. I got the ticker and the comment. Um, sorry. Okay. So, gotcha, Kimball. Hopefully that was helpful. That's one thing I haven't ventured into at all. I haven't ventured into, you know, yeah, he said I was talking about a semi, not an open bolt.
Yeah, semi's the same way though. It's that bolt has to go fully home for the round for the extractor to jump over the rim of the case.
Gotcha. Shout out JSD. I shared the hell of that info. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of emails and messages of people hitting me up that like don't want to advertise that they're buying a bunch of unserialized P80s, but they're hitting me up like, dude, thank you so much. Like this was the like cheapest kit that I could get. Right now, if you're interested, there's a couple codes that you could use. I was just made aware of, and there's a second code that I'm not going to put out there in the like complete open because I don't know if I am able to, but cheeks. If you hit me up, kind of on the low. Anybody out there, you probably have my email. It's thedarkestmavis@gmail.com. And if you didn't catch that, then just rewind. I may be able to get a Glock 26 completion kit with literally everything for $299 and a Glock 26 80% lower for $69. That is stupid cheap. So anyway, yeah, JSD, code dark, and then maybe another code. Okay, so back to what we were talking about, though. Building, right? We're not passing it on to others, and the government is attacking it. They are being very purposeful, and they are likely come December, maybe sooner, but probably come December, are likely to pass the ruling because they can do whatever they want that frames, receivers, and all that shit. Are like 80%ers are a no-go. You have to now get slides, barrels, fire control groups, trigger housing, triggers, strikers, all that shit. Not only serialized, but also you'd have to do a Form 4473. We're headed to a direction that it is paramount that we pass on the ability to build or to fabricate, I believe. Would you agree?
No more than it was 100 years ago, 50 years ago, anything. First, this whole bullshit about them. Well, we're going to have every part serialized and do a 4473 on every part. They're going to have half the FFLs are going to say, okay, fine. Since you have to do a 4473 on every part, guess what? That means every part is a firearm.
Yeah.
That means every time somebody buys a handgun, you have to do a multiple handgun sales form.
Yeah.
Or you have to break up over, they can only pick up one part every 5 days.
Oh my God. Or like out here, if you don't have your permit, it's 30 days.
So what people like me are going to do, I'm going to say, okay, fine. We're going to do multiple handgun sales. And I'm going to take the gun and I'm going to break it down into parts. And I'm going to do 3 parts, do a multiple handgun sale. Have the guy wait 3 days, 5 days, whatever the hell it is, do 3 more parts, do a multiple handgun sale. And I'm going to do that for the whole gun. And I'm going to get everybody I know I can to buy a fucking gun and do it that way. So I'm sending in, when I normally send in 2, maybe 3 multiple handgun sales a year, I'm going to be sending in 500 a month. Here you go, assholes. Deal with that fucking paperwork.
So hold on. So in Florida, they have to if they do a multiple handgun form, they have a waiting period?
No.
Oh, okay.
There's a waiting period on handguns, but see, I don't stock anything in the shop. When people buy stuff, they buy it on Gun Broker, and I transfer it in for them.
Yeah.
And I've asked ATF, okay, when does the waiting period start? Because there's, I don't know, a 3-day waiting period or something in Florida. I don't give a shit what they do. They can stick it up their ass. And ATF said, as soon as money changes hands, that's when the waiting period starts.
Oh,
and I said, okay, I don't get any money. They're ordering this online, or they're buying it on Gun Broker, and they said the waiting period starts then.
Okay.
So I said, okay, great. So by the time that person gets paid and ships it to me, it's already going to be 3 days, so I don't even have to worry about the damn waiting period.
Yeah, that's by the time it gets to you, it'd be 3 days or more. So
yeah,
provided that it's just a transfer.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, with multiple handgun sales, well, I guess I wouldn't have to wait at all. I could do it one day and the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day. That would be better. Because then I get to send that many more, And I'll tell people, hey, I'll do your transfer. It's going to take, 15 days to do the transfer, because we're going to do it 2 or 3 parts at a time. Yeah. Every day.
People would.
And we're going to have a goddamn file this big on your one handgun. And I'm going to ship all that shit to ATF, and they could stick it up their ass.
Dude, that's crazy. I mean, would you really do that?
Goddamn right I would. That's the law.
I don't even think they care about the multiple handgun forms. I think they just... No. If they're going to say a firing pin is a serialized part, that means it's a firearm. That means the firing pin spring, the barrel, the striker.
Okay, that's 3 parts. That's more than 3 firearms in a day, or in I think it's 5 days. So I got to do a multiple handgun sale on it, because you're saying they're firearms. So you're going to get a shit ton of paperwork. And then they're going to call me and they're going to say, what are you doing? We don't want this. No, that's the law. You said they are firearms, and every part has to be serialized. So as far as I'm concerned, everything with a serial number is a firearm. Suck my left nut.
Yes.
I am doing everything 100% legal.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, brother. I have not been able to speak to you before. I'm sorry for interrupting what you are going through right now, but I'm genuinely kind of curious. You're a machinist, you're a gunsmith, you're a manufacturer and everything. There was a whole bunch of guidelines online and stuff that was made through 60s, 70s, and 80s paperback on being able to make your own, let's just say, Tech 9 style firearm.
I've got them all.
What's the easiest way, not using a 3D printer or 80%er, besides slam fire shotguns? Because I've seen a couple of pipe built, basically you go to Lowe's or Home Depot,
zip gun,
the pipe and a little welding and a couple of cuts and drills, and you can make yourself your own open bolt pistol or carbine or whatever it may be. What would be your honest recommendation if somebody were to try to make something from home out of the hardware store that would be somewhat reliable?
I probably wouldn't use most of those build projects, because most of them don't really work. You know,
Yeah.
they kind of work, but they kind of don't. I mean, if you want something 100% reliable, build a zip gun.
Okay.
Piece of pipe, you know, a cap and a nail and a rubber band.
Wasn't the Sten gun basically off the shelf piping and some metal stamping and some trigger components and some springs?
It was off the shelf tube. Yeah, it wasn't muffler. You know, a lot of people, oh, it's muffler tube. No, it wasn't. Muffler tube won't hold up.
Yeah.
It was DOM. It was standard size DOM tubing.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
muffler metal would have an expiration date on it. We saw with Adam Grubb, the guy that we mentioned earlier. His first Sten gun was built out of a muffler tube. But
And the problem with muffler tube, it's got that weld seam in it, and it's just a pain in the ass.
yeah, there's so much better tubing you can get for way less.
You just get DOM tubing. It works just fine.
Now, other than the tubing, I've always, and I've done my research. I've never tried building, any of these things, but I've done my research to understand that you need, some type of cast iron or steel piping from a hardware store. But at the same time, the biggest thing that always befuddled me was making the actual bolt. And I know with an open bolt, you have a firing pin that most likely is already exposed. But
Yep.
the bolt has always been something that eluded me. And I'm pretty sure I could figure it out, hodgepodging stuff until I got it right. But that's one of the questions I want to ask you. If you were to build something like that, how would you go about making the bolt for a system like that? Even if it's, shoot, you have to recock it and play around with it, whatever. But instead of 3D printing, if you were to do this, being a home craftsmith, what would you recommend, or what would your philosophy be on being able to make a bolt for a system like that?
It depends what equipment you have. Myself, I'd machine it out of 4140, throw it in my heat treating oven, harden it, and be done with it.
Or you could buy one.
The easiest thing to do would be find a bolt from an existing gun that works.
But you're saying
that will work for your project, and use that bolt.
And fitting inside of the piping or whatever material that you bent to be able to let it slide forward and back.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Pre-existing is your best possible bet for the most part. Okay.
Because, there's guys who, I made this out of a grade A bolt. Yeah, and it's going to explode after a while. Because it's not designed to take the pressure.
I completely understand. And when I did slide fire shotguns, I've done, oh, dang, I just ran into the door. I've done ones where it was spring assisted. To be able to pull back the pipe to be able to, set it off, whatever. And, that was easy enough. And that's just a very simple mechanic that you're dealing with. Even if it's not a shotgun, you're dealing with like 9mm or kind of rifle cartridge, as long as you have the ability to be able to chamber it and ignite the primer. That's simple enough. But making, what's the place, Dark? You know what I'm talking about? The place in the Middle East where they
Khyber Pass.
Khyber Pass.
Yeah, Khyber Pass. They're doing all these.
For the record, I did say it first. No big deal, but go ahead.
They're doing all these crazy things where they make an MP5, AK-47, and all these other different variants. And they've never showed what the tools that they use are, and I'm assuming they're primitive hand tools and some presses and stuff like that.
No, they're using hammer forge presses, and they got it's not good equipment, but it's usable equipment.
Yeah,
they got more stuff than I do.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. You know, all this bullshit, you know, oh, yeah, they got 500 guys with hammers making AKs. Yeah, bullshit. They've got a bunch of guys with, you know, old wore out stamping presses that still work.
That's every review or documentary that they do on Khyber Pass. It always makes it look like they're in the Stone Age,
Of
and
course they do.
you know, custom modified, you know, modern style rifles and pistols, which blows my mind. Now the caveat or the addition onto that, besides Khyber Pass, is Dark brought this up to me a while ago. In the Philippines, they'll take, you know, trash metal, melt it down, and basically make 1911s and Glocks out of basically pot metal and cut everything out. I'm assuming they still have, you know, junky equipment like Khyber Pass, but they're making legitimate replica knockoffs of, let's say, a Glock or a 1911 out of pot metal that they just basically melted down.
Yeah, but it's not pot metal. They're going down, they're recycling metal and they're reformulating it just like we do here.
Okay.
Do you think the steel that is used in guns is all brand new steel? Because it's not.
Obviously not.
Yeah, most, you know, half of it's recycled. And,
Yeah,
you know,
I can see that.
that smelting steel, you know, goes back thousands of years. You know, it's not like it's something new. And that's what a lot of people, you know, they do these stupid shows and say, oh, these guys are working in a cave. So what? I'm working in a freaking garage. You know, you don't have to have a shop like Keltec, you know, where you've got 20,000 square feet of the state-of-the-art equipment to build guns. You know, there's been a lot of guys in this country that have been building guns for hundreds of years with, you know, equipment, not state-of-the-art equipment. You know, I know guys who still rifle barrels the way they did it 200 years ago. And it works, and they're accurate barrels.
How is that? What's the 200-year-old method?
They go on a wood lathe. It's a wooden structure lathe, and there's just a big hand crank on it. And you go through and run the drill through, run the reamers through, and then you put it on a rifling machine. And the rifling machine is a big long cylinder with grooves cut in it, and that sets your rifling. And you just cut a little bit at a time. Damn. Add a shim, do another cut. Add another shim, do another cut. Takes a long time, but you get a good product out of it.
That's the reason why I was asking these questions, because there's plenty of people I'm in contact with, and they talk about the Philippines, they talk about Khyber Pass, they talk about these different scenarios and stuff that they've seen in pictures online of homemade builds of, you know, for semi-automatics and stuff like that. And I was already pretty well aware of what the quality and the reliability would be, but this is why I wanted to bring it up to you, so the people in the chat or whoever's listening or will watch in the future will get a good understanding that no, they're still using modern equipment to be able to build these type of things. I just wanted you know, dispel that kind of unicorn myth. Like, I can melt down some pot metal in my garage and take a Dremel, and as long as I'm really, really clean with everything, I can make a 1911. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. Nope. You can do it with a file. I've seen it done.
Yeah, I mean, that's essentially what the 80% kit is. The 80% kit is kind of interesting. The jig, like when you take the frame and you are running it through the jig, it's kind of like the old credit card machine. Yeah. And it's got these steel razors that are, you do like quarter turns. Yep. And you just, you know, scrape it, give it another like 16th of a turn, 8th of a turn, scrape it, do it again, another eighth of a turn, quarter turn, whatever. And basically, once you've done it like, a couple thousand times, then you've cut the rails into the system.
Yep.
Hold on 1 second, Dark. I'm seeing what's on the screen right now.
Yeah.
Did we get demonetized when I came on?
I can't tell like when specifically, but probably shortly after, shortly before. I can't tell, but
I think my face and my voice is synonymous with demonetization. I'm just saying.
yeah. Honestly, I think that the moment we start talking about firearms, they're like, "Oh, you guys are not allowed to discuss firearm content. This is wrong." Hey, Ting Ting.
But you guys were already talking about it before I brought that up.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It could have been before you even came on.
Yeah.
I think that I think this is just what they're doing. They're taking anything with firearm content, and they're hitting it with the yellow dollar sign.
Gotcha. Hey, Dark Hoff, I'm gonna sign off right now. Thank you for bringing me on, Dark. I just want to ask those couple questions to Hoff right quick. I have to help my neighbor back up his race car into his driveway because he doesn't know how to handle a trailer, and he just pulled back in right now. So love y'all. Be safe, and let me know. I'll be back on here, brother.
Cool.
Love y'all.
Be
safe, man.
Nice.
Night.
So this is kind of a cool thing here. The
other thing is, a lot of people think, oh, those people in Khyber Pass, they're morons. No, they're not.
They're geniuses.
They got some fucking skills.
Yeah. They're like literal geniuses.
Yeah. They're simply working with what they've got.
Yeah. And I honestly, I'm cranking out builds on a folding table with files and razor blades.
I got 2 folding tables behind this lathe that I use for stuff.
Hell yeah. I was just talking to one of our viewers yesterday where, do you guys prefer the dark, or do you like when there's a light on my face? I'm just curious, I kind of like being like in the dark, mysterious land.
I kind of prefer not to be able to see your face.
That's what I figured. This is a courtesy to you guys. So the I got sidetracked. Sorry. What were we talking about?
Building 80%ers.
Oh yeah. So I was talking to one of our viewers, and they were like, illuminated dark. They were like, I just got X, Y, and Z. I'm headed to the store. I'm going to go get a Dremel, the Dremel press kit. I'm going to go get, files. I'm going to go get this and that. I was like, okay, hold on. Like, don't go crazy. Okay. You can, if you want to, and I support that, but you can also do it like this. Go get an X-Acto knife kit. Go get sandpaper from like 800 to 2000, and then go get some lemon pledge, and go get I just gave them the basics, and several hours later they hit me back and they were like, dude, it's done. They were like, I used to whittle wood, and it made it so easy that I went through an 80% like that. Now this of course is for polymer. Totally different. Obviously, if you're running through aluminum, 100%, you're going to need to crank out some more tools. Fairchilds, what's up, brother? Fairchilds has a question. Ask BWE if he likes the Ruger P89.
Yeah, I've always liked Ruger's guns. I mean, they're bulky, but they're built to last.
That's the truth. That
Yeah.
that era of Rugers,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to show you guys this thing real quick. Now, of course, this is all fair use because we are, just looking
Clear
at.
frame, Glock.
I'm going to mute it just because that's how they identify stuff. Now, the clear.
There is a steel lining in the
frames,
body, so it is strong.
That looks more like the locking block.
It's
but
identical
That's okay.
to a Glock body. All
The clear polymer, from what I have been told by a few companies that actually developed these. So Lone Wolf developed a clear polymer frame, and they didn't put it to market. They only, hey buddy, you need help taking apart that Glock? They didn't.
He's a
take it to
Brit.
market.
What do you want?
Yeah, no. I think he's apparently there's a lot of Brits in a lot of like people from the UK in like the Khyber Pass area.
Yeah.
But these dudes are cranking out slides, barrels, parts kits, and they are like spot on. They engrave them with the exact markings. You would never be able to tell the difference. There's a video of them cranking out a bunch of Glock 19Xs, and dude, if I went over there and I was like, oh man, I need a piece, and somebody showed me that, I would 100% think that it was I'm trying to find the Glock 19X video. I would 100% think it was legit. But now going back to it really quickly though, I spoke to a couple reps at Lone Wolf distributors, and they said that the makeup of any clear polymer is way more brittle. And yes, it looks cool, it looks awesome, and it will literally crack, break, shatter, whatever. Like it won't last.
Yeah.
So
Because it's polycarbonate.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Interesting. So
I mean, they're working on stuff, to try to make it more durable, but it's still, still pretty sketchy.
Yeah. For me, I mean, it's dope. Like, I would love to have something, like, if it got to a point where the clear polymer was, set up with a little bit more longevity, I would definitely get it. I mean, I would even buy one of the Lone Wolf lowers that they were like, don't run it, don't use it. Like, just use it as like, kind of like you would use a cutaway.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. I hate Glocks, but I'd love to get one of those clear frames.
Okay. I gotta let you go now. Sorry. I'm just kidding. You hate Glocks?
Oh yeah.
How could you hate Glocks?
Because I hate plastic guns.
Oh, that's not true. What about
That, and I think Glocks are probably one of the ugliest guns out there, except maybe a high point.
Of course they're ugly. That's
like
kind of the point.
That, and I think that's stupid.
See, you can make. I have a couple like beautiful Glocks.
There's no such thing.
Oh, they're absolute. I think I could change your mind if we spend a little time together. I think I could show you something where you'd be like, okay, that for me it's beautiful. For you, it may be tolerable.
I doubt it's tolerable.
I'll send you some pictures.
Unless you're redesigning the slide and the frame completely, it's an ugly gun.
Yeah, but I don't mind it. I think it's kind of like, I'll use one of our viewers for an example. He has a neighbor with a pug. He hates the pug. Okay, using a pug as an example. Pugs, Boston Terriers, those are just like disgustingly ugly dogs, but they are so damn cute. Like, how can you not love them? They're like, they got like the underbite, and they're like,
I hate pugs.
they breathe like they're like snoring, like they're
Yeah.
sleepwalking, but they're so ugly, they're cute. For Glocks, I think that so if they did not work well, I would absolutely despise them. Everything.
Oh, I will say Glocks run. I've
Yeah.
got no problems with the function of a Glock. I don't like the fact they don't have a safety. I'm not a big striker fired person. You know, I'll give them kudos. They run.
Yeah.
But Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they weren't putting beauty.
They were paying those damn Austrian engineers to make it ugly.
Dark, you sound like a fruitcake. Okay, thank you. But the thing is, like, for Glocks, for AKs, for things like that, it's the design, right? It's the design that makes it as reliable as it is. And that's part of the reason why, for ARs too, right now, ARs, you kind of get into a little bit of a different territory because, like, you can buy shit parts from shit companies that will shit the bed. And, but I'd say
A
most
lot of them out there.
Yeah.
Probably 75% of the parts for ARs out there are junk.
You think so?
Yep. I know so.
I would have guessed a way smaller number.
No. Most of the parts out there are junk.
Dang. What, do you want to call out any companies specifically?
No, because I don't follow ARs enough to know, this company has junk parts. This has, I know a couple of companies. I know a couple of owners that make good parts.
Yeah.
I know where at least 75% of the parts are coming from because I get emails at least 3 times a week wanting to know if I want to buy 10,000 AR parts.
Gotcha.
And it's all coming from China.
What?
Yep.
Bro.
That's where the majority of the AR parts are coming from is China.
So what about like, let's say BCM? BCM Gunfighter, that brand, do you know anything about them?
No.
Oh God, are my dreams gonna be? Hold on, BCM.
See, I don't mess with ARs because it's a rush to the bottom.
Okay, BCM is. Oh, hold on. It says BCM Gunfighter, made in the USA, and then below it says all BCM Gunfighter vertical grips are made in the USA. Dude, don't do this to me. Hold on. I almost don't want to know. Do I have a commie American gun? I mean, I have lots of commie guns, but yeah, this is all.
There's a bunch of companies that are making bolt carriers. There's a bunch of companies. I don't know about bolts. I know they're making bolt carriers. They're making uppers and lowers.
Yeah.
Most of the fire control parts are Chinese made.
Jeez, man. Oh,
I get minimum of 3 emails a week from Chinese companies wanting me to buy AR parts in lots of 10,000 or more.
Dang, man.
That's where all these guys who you never heard of, and all of a sudden they're building ARs, and we're a huge company. They have one idiot with a lot of money, and they get an email from one of these Chinese companies, and they say, we're going to go into the AR market.
Yeah.
And they buy this shit, and these Chinese companies, package them any way you want. Say made in the USA, say whatever the hell you want them to say. When I'm not saying all the AR parts are made there.
And I'm also, just to throw this out there, I'm also not saying that shit that's made in China isn't good, right? Like we're just.
Oh, I'm saying it's not good. If it's made in China, it's shit.
Yeah, I can't agree with that as a definitive statement.
I can. I've worked with the Chinese enough. They are a bunch of stupid sons of bitches. They could not engineer their way out of a wet paper bag.
They don't need to. They steal all of our engineering, and
Yeah, but they can't even do that right.
Yeah, it is funny.
I've been involved where we sent them a gun. Copy this. And after 5 years, they still couldn't get it right.
Yeah, there's always shit that's different. There's, yeah. But I couldn't say as a blanket statement that everything that comes out of there is dog shit.
Oh, I can.
A lot of shit that my Chinese-made body armor is pretty good too. LOL. Now hold on. How do you know? Like, if you have a story of it saving your life, then yeah, I would love to bring you on. We could chat about it.
Opie did say Chinese can make good stuff. Nobody wants to pay for it, and that's probably right. They have the equipment. They could make good product, but nobody wants to pay for it.
Yeah, I mean, Americans are cheap and lazy, mostly. Those old Mac 90s aren't bad. Yeah, the Mac 90s aren't bad. The Chinese AKs and Chinese SKSs, I think were pretty cool. They're decent quality. But I would definitely much rather have, something from like a Hungarian AK, a Bulgarian AK, even a Romanian AK. But I mean, seeing like these guys in like Khyber Pass. Oh wow, Ting Ting. I'm sorry. I thought we were going to offend you. I know you enjoy being offended. Ting Ting is Chinese. She says, Hoff, you are correct. I am ashamed of the BS that is happening to China.
Yeah.
They bring dishonor to this country. I'm just kidding. Speaking truth. Hold on, where'd it go? Somebody said Joe Morris was speaking truth. Go back there. Sorry, guys. I had the chat closed most of the time. I got a couple Chinese AKs, but wait. Yeah, I don't know. I may have missed you. Handguards again. Yeah, so I do see a lot of people trying to cut money on optics, specifically pistol optics, and then they get those $30-$40 RMRs from China, from DH Gate or whatever, and literally before a magazine or maybe through two magazines,
they're
the
dead.
lens pops out. Yeah, it moves like up to like the left corner. Like a lot of times, dudes can't see it after a while. Like they can't see the dot anymore. So if you buy 4 of those, you're at $120, which I know a lot of dudes that do that. Put one on a 22, maybe it doesn't absorb much recoil, and it may live for a while. You drop it or something, it's boom, donezo. Donald Trump don't trust China. China is asshole. Yeah, you gotta love that little clip. But if you're in $120 for 4 RMRs or fake RMRs that break, you're like literally $40 away from something like a Swamp Fox optic, which is actually a really good RMR cut optic. Like, why not just go in? And that's cheap, $169 or whatever. By the way, I can get the $200 to $220 Swamp Fox for $169 actually from them, directly from their website. And they have the model with the ring. They ripped it off from Hollow Sun, which I'm actually glad they did. And I'm probably just going to pull the trigger on one because this rep has been jerking me off. But it's the like 32 MOA ring with the 2 MOA dot. So it's like the EOTech look to it. I like those. And those are actually rated to take abuse.
Put it on a subgun and see what happens.
The Swamp Fox?
Any of them.
That'll be fine.
You know.
If I can run it on a binary, it's binary 5.56 or binary 9mm. But those are like the primary arms, and those are pretty good quality. But the shit ones, like the real shit ones, no, it would literally probably fly off of a subgun.
Yeah, I like my fast fires. They're cheap. They last forever. Yeah. They got a great warranty. I think they're stupid with their warranty, but hey.
Yeah, isn't it like if you have one piece of it left that they'll honor to give you a new one or something like that?
I don't know. I dropped my Uzi. Fast fire down right on the concrete. Broke the fucking lens. It still worked.
Yeah.
But it took a big chunk out of the lens.
Yeah.
And I called them up and I said, can I send this in and have a new lens put in it or fixed or something? And they said, sure, just send it in. Nice. Okay. About, I don't know, 2 weeks later, I get a package in the mail. It's a brand new fast fire.
That's awesome.
What the fuck? With a note saying, we replaced it.
Yeah, Burris is definitely
okay.
You know what optic they make that I fell in love with, and I had a chance to get one for $150, and back there's a short period of time where you couldn't give guns away, you couldn't give gun accessories away, and I came across a Burris 3X prismatic scope, and it's basically a knockoff ACOG, but with no fiber optic. It's only batteries.
Only battery.
Yeah, but the reticle is etched in to the lens or to the system. I don't know if it's the lens or if it's a reflection off of. I don't know. That's too advanced for me. But even if your batteries go down, the shit, you still have your optic. There's nothing better than that. And Primary Arms came out with a 1X, a true 1X, not like the 1X pistol red dots that have zero magnification. It actually gives you 1X that you can run with both eyes open, and it has the prismatic system, but it's an etched reticle. And I'm tempted to get those, or at least one of those. Yeah. TRS 25 is $69. Yes, it is. And I can currently get a Primary Arms microdot, which is the moment that Aimpoint's patent expired, and the market kind of went crazy because those were $600. I think I bought one for $450 and put $150 optic on it. So I got $600 into it. Literally after Aimpoint's patent expired, Primary Arms came out with a T1 Micro clone that is tits, and I can get them right now for $69. I love them. I got them on a bunch of my guns. But I'm also an iron sight guy. I like iron sights.
So do I.
Yeah.
That's why I set all my stuff up with fast fires that co-witness with the sights.
Yeah. Iron
so
sights.
It doesn't matter if it comes on or not.
Yep. Yeah. Iron sights never go down. Oh, well,
Well, not easily.
Yeah, it's much less likely. Yeah. So what else you got going on? You wanted to build something very specific. We had a conversation about what do you think?
Yeah, as much as I hate Glocks, I'm thinking maybe I should build a Glock 18.
I concur. I agree that you should build a Glock 18, and I would love to help you. And I have a couple ideas of how to help you. Dude, I'm like shiny here. I think it's because I went paintballing today, and I feel like the paintballs have oil. Is it oil-based paint? I was
Probably.
Oily as hell, man. Even after I showered. Kimball said Glock 18 with a steel lower. I could picture you making a steel low receiver just in
That'd work for me.
Yeah.
I wish somebody would make an 80% steel lower.
That would actually be pretty sick. I would take
Yeah.
an aluminum or steel Glock lower.
I mean, the biggest problem with making anything like that, any frame that takes a magazine, is broaching the mag well.
Yeah.
You know, brooches aren't expensive, and they're like 20 feet long.
They are not expensive.
They are expensive.
They are expensive.
Yeah. And they're like, what are they, 15 or 20 feet long?
Damn.
To broach a magwell. That you need a huge broaching machine.
Damn, which I imagine is not
cheap,
inexpensive. Yeah.
No.
Oh, they're vegetable oil based. Interesting. Yeah, I showered and I feel like it didn't even come off me at all. I literally got hit up. Oh, I told you guys I'd tell you about the fist fight. I'll tell you about how I almost got in a fist fight shortly. Yeah, I took a shower and all that, and it's like I could like fry bacon, not the goddamn bacon, but you know. So what made you want to build a Glock 18?
Oh, I'm thinking about videos I need to do to finish up this 10 videos in 10 days.
Yeah, I have not been, I did not initially accepted the challenge, but I've not been doing 10 videos in 10 days.
So I'm sitting there making a list, and it's like, I probably need to do a video on all the parts kits I have that I need to finish. And, you know, these are all the parts kits I have. I never get time to do them because I've got to do paying jobs, you know.
Yeah.
What do I do first?
Oh, yeah. You got to do what feeds your family.
And it's like, I should probably do a Glock 18. They're easy.
Yeah, super easy to convert to full auto. How would you do a back plate? Would you mill a slide for a selector switch? What would you
I'd rather mill a slide for a selector switch.
That would be awesome.
I just got to figure out how it's done. I mean, I know how to mill a slide, but you know.
Yeah.
You know, what's a selector look like, and you know.
Before I turn away from this page, if you guys have seen the BCM Gunfighter Grip Mod 3 KD, it is the same as their very like straight AR grip, but it's chopped. It's like super duper small. Oh, after I see it, I want one so bad. I digress. I'm going to pull up something helpful to coffee over here. And we are, yes. We are in business, people. Okay, so boom, boom, boom. And I know I'm using Google right now, so for all you people, I know you're going to give me shit, whatever. I don't care. That is fake. This looks like an airsoft. Oh no, come on, guys. Give me a real Glock 18.
No, it's all, I did the same thing. It's all airsoft shit.
Bullshit. Total bullshit.
There is one on, is it on Gunbroker? A post sample that you don't need a law letter.
Really?
But it's $10,500.
I believe it.
Yeah.
You know, every now and then you see a pre-86 transferable Glock 18 come up on Gunbroker for like $100,000.
Yeah, they're not transferable. They're fakes.
Bingo. That's If anybody out there, because there are a few viewers out there that could drop $100K on a firearm. And
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here's a picture of an actual. So I'll pull that up in a second. So be aware. Okay, we've had a couple things. The firearm industry is getting like spammed with scammers left and right. Well, like this, for an example, it says Arms Unlimited, Glock 18C 9mm machine pistol complete parts kit.
Nope.
Really, come on.
It's for an airsoft.
Yeah, right. But it does say 9mm. So tell them why that there are no transferable Glock 18s.
Because there was no such thing as Glock before 86.
Well,
Not in this country.
I thought they so they just weren't imported.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think the Glock 17 was made in 84, and at least none of the 18s were imported into the country. We may have had 17s, but I don't know about the timeline.
I doubt it. I don't remember Glocks being here before the ban.
Yeah. Otherwise, somebody.
Well, see, now
one.
Glock 18s had to get here before 1968 to be transferable.
Oh,
Yep.
really?
It's a foreign machine gun.
Oh.
All foreign machine guns importation was ceased with the 1968 Gun Control Act.
So how about this, though? God, that's so perfect. If, let's say that there were some Glock 17s here, I'm just throwing this out there, and they are very easy. Some would say that with the right equipment, that they are very easily turned into machine guns. If somebody had a Glock 17 and Form 1'd it before May of 86, they could have a legal transferable machine gun, but there are none on the registry.
There's none on the registry.
But in theory, somebody could have if they were here. So you're probably right. There were probably 0 Glocks.
Yeah.
In the US.
Well, it's just like M134s. Miniguns. Miniguns.
Yeah.
There's, I believe, 4 of them that are transferable in the country.
Damn.
And I know where all 4 are.
Reuben the Cuban?
No.
I'm just kidding.
No. And I won't say who has them because I don't know if they want people to know.
Yeah, no.
But it's 4 guys that were in the industry. They got into the industry in the 60s and 70s. I know at least 2 of them went to high school together.
Damn.
They're all friends, and they all got together and said, let's buy some M134s.
Dude, best investment they probably ever made.
And they knew the owner. I think they're Dillon Arrows. I might be wrong on that, but they bought them from the factory.
Damn.
Because they knew somebody, and the person said, okay, you want 4 of them? Fine. We'll make them transferable, So they did.
This is a broken frame. I want to see the underside of the slide to show exactly what that switch does.
Yep.
Because I mean that's important. That's where all the magic happens, right? From what I understand, the switch when it is up is basically rounded and makes no contact with the cruciform or anything on the pistol at all. Upon switching it down, a small little lip that when the slide reciprocates, upon return, when it's bringing a new round into the chamber, the round goes
trips
in
the bar,
chamber, and then it goes right over the cruciform, and boom. So it could probably never fire out of battery because of the linear path it would follow. That's pretty. See, I like weird shit like this. Freaking periwinkle. Oh, it's a 43 though. Yeah, that's pretty. Would you carry a periwinkle handgun?
No.
Come on.
No.
Off.
No.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna. I mean, those pictures would be freaking rare as shit.
Yeah.
Because the only thing we'd be able to see is a conversion, right?
I'd like to find somebody who has a Glock 18. There's some out there. I just don't think I know anybody who has one.
And they would all be conversions, right?
No, there's factory Glock 18s out there.
Oh, post.
They're dealer samples, yeah.
Yeah. So, why do only some need law letters? I don't think I ever asked that.
When they did the machine gun ban in '86.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, you did not need a law letter for a post sample. Well, they weren't post samples; they were dealer samples.
Yep.
Then they were called just dealer samples.
That's the term that I always heard.
You had to be a dealer to buy them.
Yeah.
Then in '86, they said, okay, we're not going to mess with the pre-existing dealer samples. They're going to be called pre-'86 dealer samples. They'll keep the exact same structure they had before. Anything new, if you're a dealer or a manufacturer and you want to buy a machine gun, you need a letter from a law enforcement agency saying they want to see a demonstration of that gun.
Yeah.
And you can buy one.
And that's if like they maybe wanted to purchase it or just
basically they want to see a demonstration of it, whether they're going to purchase it or, stick it on their nuts when it gets hot. Who cares? They just want to see it demonstrated. And some of us have friends that are police. I don't, so I can't get a law letter.
No.
Yeah.
You don't have friends that are police?
No, I hate those motherfuckers. Bunch of cheap pieces of shit. Yeah, I made a fucking deal with one of the police departments. I've done it with 2 police departments. They wanted me to fix their guns when they needed fixing. And I said, that's fine. And I said, you will give me a law letter when I want it. That's part of the deal. It was in writing. Oh, no, we can't do that. When I went to get the law letter.
What?
Oh no, we're afraid that, what would that do to my political career if I let somebody have a machine gun?
That's your job.
I said, okay, fine. And I came back to the shop and I got all their guns, stripped them completely apart, put them in bags, took them back up to their station, said, here you fucking go, fuck you.
Hell yeah.
And they were pissed because they couldn't get their guns back together. I thought it was hysterical.
Dude, so that's funny you say that. 1 or 2 streams ago, I was mentioning if you have a buddy that, like, let's say he has a Glock or something, and of course, anything that you choose to do it safely, right? But maybe you got a friend that has guns but doesn't know a whole lot about them. We all know guys like that. They buy, they don't build, and that's okay. Like, that's fine. Big balls and big bags. And when they're not looking, take their Glock and completely detail strip it, which you could do toolless. Mm-hmm. And it is hilarious to try and see people that don't know shit about their guns trying to put them back together. And the first time that I learned so much about my Glock was when somebody did that to me.
Yeah.
And I am so grateful for it.
It was hysterical. They tried to call ATF and have me arrested and everything else.
For real?
Yeah.
For what? Delivering their property back to them?
They were like, he took our guns apart, brought them all back in pieces. That's got to be against the law or something. So I got a call from one of my friends at ATF, and they're like, "Did you really fucking do that?" I said, "Yeah." Part of the agreement was when I found something I wanted to buy, a post sample, they'd write me a law letter, and they backed out on it. I had a chance to buy this gun, and they screwed me. So I took all their guns that I had in the shop. I took them completely apart, put them in bags, and took them back.
Damn.
And he's like, "You took all the parts back, frames, He said, "You took at least the frames back." And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Because that's all we give a shit about is the frames. You should have just kept all the other parts."
Oh my God. That would have been epic. That's like the people that, when they're doing like the stupid, like, no questions asked, like gun buyback, and somebody calls and they're like, "Hey, I have about 150 firearms. Would you guys agree to, And then this dude actually faxed over an agreement, and then the Clio signed it that he would pay him like $200 per firearm that he turns in. So he comes with like 150 lower receivers.
Yep.
And probably
here you go.
That shit is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But
ATF called him back and just said, "Did he return the receivers, the serial numbered part?" "Well, yeah, he returned those." "Well, there's nothing we could do."
Yeah. Hopefully it was your friend calling and getting a good chuckle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, from what I hear, there was a whole bunch of people in the ATF's office laughing their asses off about that.
Dude, that shit's hilarious. Was it an agency that like had an armor, or no, they were on their own?
I think they were on their own. I don't know.
So they probably had to literally call like every single, like all hands on deck, every officer coming in to try to put their guns back together. Did you at least put them in like individual bags for them?
Yeah, they were, this serial numbered pistol, all the parts were in that bag. This serial numbered machine gun, all the parts were in that bag. I was nice about it. I should have just put them all in one big bag and went,
"Yeah,
here you go."
Like a World War II cleaning pit?
Yep.
Right? Oh, that's great. And how much did they like fuck with you after that?
They didn't.
Well, that's good.
They tried to. And I simply said, "Do you really want to go down this road? Because I outgun you. And I will come after you." I said, "You don't want to go there. Trust me."
Man. Who's glowing in chat? Or are you talking about me glowing? Because I said the word officers.
Yeah, I don't get along with police very well. I mean, I've got friends that are police, but half the cops want something for nothing.
Yeah.
The other half are so freaking stupid. They can't even tell which end the bullet comes out of.
Yeah. Well,
and that comes from a guy who was on one of the police departments, and he was the training officer for firearms for 20 years.
Jesus Christ.
And the stories he would tell, it's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. Like a lot of interactions I've had with police where I decide to talk, I have had to educate police officers on to the point where prior to me getting a permit to carry a concealed handgun. And I know for that I'm a bootlicker and I deserve to be shot in the face. I get it. But I do have a permit to carry a concealed handgun. And prior to getting that, Virginia State Police changed the law and they said you are allowed to carry a loaded handgun in your, what's up, backdoor, in your glove box, as long as the glove box is secured. Initially, they said locked. It was like a locked vessel, which was horseshit, right? Like, what is it on a fucking boat? Like, what are you talking about? But they changed the law. They updated it in like 2010 to a basically the glove box, and it just had to be secured, meaning closed. And I had to, it got so bad when I got pulled over, I had to literally print out the law from their website and highlight it and slide it in there with the gun that I would carry prior to getting a permit, because they didn't know their own laws.
Yeah, most cops don't.
Yeah.
And the problem I have with law enforcement, and it's law enforcement across the board, they don't know the laws.
Yeah.
And I keep getting told, well, there's so many laws. Who gives a shit? I am expected to know every single federal law by heart and know exactly what it means for firearms, and every state law.
Yeah.
Not only Florida, but every state in the United States. If I got to know that, they should at least know the damn state laws they're in.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's probably the same reason why, like, when you're shopping around online for different guns and they're like, will not ship to New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, California, Connecticut, not because they just don't want to deal with the freaking headache.
The only state I won't ship to is California. And that's
really?
Because California has said, for me to ship a gun from Florida to California, I have to get a California firearms dealer's license.
What?
Yeah.
Hold up. How does that even make sense? You would be sending it to an FFL.
Yes, but I have to get a federal or a California state firearms license, dealer's license to ship it into California.
Okay, what about an individual? So, like, if an individual sells a firearm to an individual,
same thing.
Cali,
You'd have to get a firearms dealer's license to ship it into the state.
Wow.
And I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I've talked to ATF and I've talked to locals. What laws do I have to follow with all these stupid state laws about magazine bans and gun bans and all this stuff?
Yeah.
And they said, are you doing what's legal federally and in the state of Florida? Yes, I am. Then that's all you need to care about.
Yeah, because it is on them.
Right.
Excuse me. It is on them to know and follow their state laws and all that. Because I know at the shop that I used to work at, we got to a point where when we were shipping stuff to, we'll call them banned states, Dark, you have no idea how hard it is to have a firearm shipped to California. I'm getting an idea right now. I am surprised. So it got to the point where even like any of those states that I mentioned, when we sold a firearm, we would remove the magazines from the factory box.
I don't.
We wouldn't ship them with magazines.
You know, I get people from all those places. I want to order a 32 round Uzi mag. Okay. It's legal here in Florida. It's legal federally. I don't give a shit.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
Because one, I know the police here aren't going to come pick me up for selling a magazine to somebody in New York.
Yeah. And I think you should continue doing that. so we can disperse.
It's legal where I am. I am following the law of my country and my state.
Yeah. I'll be honest.
If ATF comes and tells me, okay, we've changed the law, you can't sell magazines or something to, the states that ban them, I'd say, okay, fine. Just tell me what states and I'll make a note of it.
Yeah.
I don't give a rat's ass.
So our owner came up with that policy, and you know what we would do? Me, the manager, and another guy, the gunsmith, would take the 3 mags out of like a Gen 4 box and be like, here you go. Here you go.
Here you go.
Here I go. So that's probably why we wanted to do it. And I didn't have the mind of liberating others, right?
Mm-hmm.
That I do now. Yeah.
Trust me, I don't have the mind of liberating others. You got to liberate your own ass. I just don't care what the other states. Let them play all the stupid games they want. What I'm doing is perfectly legal where I live.
Hell yeah. And they couldn't come at you with like some type of bullshit like civil case or something like that. It wouldn't stick.
Oh, they could. I mean, they could put, New York or California or whatever could put a warrant out for my arrest. And you know what the cops around here are going to do?
Laugh.
You get a warrant for your arrest for shipping a magazine to California? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Have a good day.
Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Because
it's total horseshit.
The state of Florida is not going to go through the expense to extradite me to California, because guess who has to pay for the trip? The state of Florida does, not me.
Yeah. That's
they
crazy.
arrest me, they have to pay for the trip. And is anybody going to pay to extradite me from here to California or New York?
I mean,
for selling a magazine?
They'd end up with an open poop bag all over the back of
the
cruiser. I think, these people, these politicians, these, dirtbags that make these laws, they truly don't understand what they're doing. They think maybe they truly think that they are doing good by removing standard capacity magazines and limiting them to the people of their state. That's the only thing I can think of. That they genuinely think that they are doing like a good thing to society.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've had people from New York and California call and say, oh, I want to order a California compliant or New York compliant lower for my Uzi. I don't know what that is. I don't care what that is. I sell semi-auto and full auto lowers. Which do you want? Well, can you convert it? No. It's not my problem. This is what I sell. If you don't like it, piss off.
Yeah. So then I guess the only logical thing to discuss would be the Uzi that we're going to build, the DLD Uzi.
Sorry, I'm telling my wife good night and I love her.
Oh, that's so sweet. Mine just went to bed. She doesn't say shit to me.
Yeah, what do you want to know about it? I haven't started it.
Yeah, no, I figured a 24-month turnaround was starting in 24 months. Yeah. What would you prefer to build? A mini Uzi with the stock welded shut, the wire stock welded shut, or a Catsar? Is it? Catsar?
Why the hell do you want the stock welded shut or opened or whatever?
Well, of course I don't want it welded shut. I heard you say that idea, and I was like, well, shit, that's a pistol with something to the side that could be used as something else. And also, if I wanted to SBR it, it'd be super super easy to do that. Good night, Opie. We love you.
Man, my wife still loves me.
Oh, that's adorable.
I don't know how I get away with it, but you know.
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry, Techno, if you were trying to make a point. I have like total squirrel fever. So you were trying to explain. Hold on. I think you were just trying to complain about California. Plus, as of right now, standard capacity mags are in a legal gray zone. We can own them and use them in a featureless rifle or a rostered pistol. Jesus, please move. Please move.
Yeah, I don't know why anybody is staying, you know, who is into guns is staying in California.
God, yeah, please move.
I was offered a job there and it's like, no. Nope.
Yeah, mm-mm. When I left the company that I work for about 5 years, I was helping running a few different companies. Same big company, but each one was individually owned and operated. I got a call from a family member who is a high-up executive attorney at a very evil company called Alphabet or Google, and they wanted to know if I'd be interested in a job in the Bay Area. You know what I told them?
Not a fucking chance.
I could have said that, but that just didn't seem as fulfilling. So I wanted to leave some mystery because I was grateful that they, you know, were considering me for employment and stuff. But I had said I would love to, and I'm so grateful for the phone call. You have no idea. It means so much to me. But it would be illegal for me to move there. And they were like, what? I don't, what do you mean illegal? And I said, well, it would be illegal for me to move there. And there was this super awkward silence, similar to how it is now. And I said, yeah, because I would have to bring my entire gun collection with me, and everything I have is illegal, and I'm not parting with it.
Yeah.
And they could not grasp that I was not willing to sacrifice all of my firearms and my hobby to get a job.
Detective John Kimball.
Yeah.
People live in California because the wages are the highest in the country. Bullshit. One, bullshit. Two, so are the prices of living.
Yeah.
You can live. There's a lot of places in the United States where you can have a better life making less money than in California.
And I would agree. I agree with what you said. And two, the two counties that I'm around are the two richest counties in the world. Now, with that comes a lot of scumbag yuppies.
Yep. Well, you're in Fairfax, aren't you? Or no, you're outside of Fairfax.
Yeah, outside of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not too far away, and they basically like those two.
You're in the outskirts of the metro area.
Yeah. I used to be very close to DC in Fairfax County, and I had to move out. It was just such a highly densely populated area, so I was like, I got to get out. So
yeah, that's why we left. You know, one, Interarms closed, and it was just the traffic was getting to us. It's like there's just too many fucking people here. We just need to get the hell out, decompress for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I in Northern Virginia, in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, whatever you want to call it, the DMV, there is a lot of opportunity. But see, here's my problem. My problem, and when people ask, like, Dark, why do you always say you have a problem with money? Like, what is the problem with money? My problem with money is that it has completely programmed us to do something like completely changing our life. And I'm not saying that going on like the Patriots journey of loading up the wagon and taking their family across the country to a new opportunity for prospecting and whatever. That's beautiful, beautiful. Glad it happened. But back then, their firearms weren't confiscated when they crossed state
Yeah.
lines, right? Um, the problem is that people are dedicating 85% of their entire fucking life to work for pretend money and spend all this time away from their family, have someone else raise their children. Likely YouTube is raising their children, and it's a joke. It becomes the barometer of what type of person you are, how much money do you make, and people always ask in conversation, well, what do you do? And then it's like, yeah. So I don't know. I'll stop.
I don't worry about money too much. I mean, have we had it easy? No. I've had to work hard. My wife doesn't have to work, And that's the thing. A lot of people say, oh, well, you got to make $100,000 a year to live. Bullshit.
Yeah.
You look at our taxes, my wife stopped working when we were making, I think I was making $20,000 a year in DC.
Jesus.
We bought a house. 2 weeks later, we found out she was pregnant.
Damn.
She worked up until my daughter was born, and then she stopped working. She has not worked since.
Wow.
I might break. I was hoping to break $100,000 for the first time this year. With everything, cancer and all going on, it's not going to happen. And that's in total sales. You look at our income.
Gross revenue.
Yeah, that's gross revenue. I think our taxable income, I think is around 40,000, maybe 45,000.
Is that because you're writing off a bunch of stuff off? You're writing off.
Oh, goddamn right! I'm writing off every fucking thing I can.
Yeah. Are you renting
I'm not
your
stupid.
car back to yourself?
No.
You can do that legally.
I don't. There's a lot of shit. If you do your taxes and you own a business, there is a certain amount you can write off to get the highest return.
Yeah.
And then if you go over that write-off amount, your return starts to get lower.
Really?
So we have found that mark. So what my wife does is put in the big things, put in gross sales, put in, interest on the house, child credits, whatever we're allowed to take.
Yeah.
And then she puts in that number from last year, moves it up and down a little bit till we find that sweet spot. And then she starts going through the bank statements and says, what can we write off? We probably only write off about 3/4 of the stuff we are legally allowed to write off. Because we get more money back than if we write everything off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's something that I became very familiar doing, is writing out everything without going like nuts, right? It would always be a healthy return, but I would also, the company, Dark Incorporated would rent a car to Dark the employee. It just happened to be my, personal.
Yeah, we don't, we just bought our cars. I think my wife's car is a 2014. Mine's 2015. They're paid off.
Nice.
We'll drive them for at least another 10 years.
Dude, okay. Because you brought that up, I have to say one thing. I am known for getting Japanese cars, like Toyotas, love Toyotas, and getting a Toyota, driving it, paying it off, and then running it till like 250, 280. I think my like max was like 289,000 miles. Yeah. And when I pulled up at a lot to get rid of it, every single light that existed on the dash was on. Like it looked like Christmas on my dashboard, and it had an exhaust leak. It had like electrical issues. It was just like everything was wrong with it. And then I finally was like, okay, I'll get rid of this, and I got a newer car. So I got a newer car. I got a Lexus because I was in this like I need to have a nice car and I need to pay $500 a fucking month for a Lexus that's 2013 at the time, which I guess was equivalent to what I have now, which is a 17. But I paid it off. I literally made my last payment. 2 weeks later, this chick smashed into me. She was in the breakdown lane. I was going 45, 50 miles an hour, which is under the speed limit because there was light traffic. And she's in the breakdown lane with her hazards on. I had, from further back, watched her reverse down in the breakdown lane and then pull forward, and then she just stopped there because it's just a clear view down the road that I was on. If we were offline and I told you what road it was, you'd probably know exactly what I'm talking about.
66. Fucking booking down there, doing about 90 miles an hour. Cop passes you.
Yeah, I know, right? That's exactly how it is out here. It's crazy. You're like, oh my God, I'm going to get pulled over. They're like, they wave at you.
Pass you like you're standing still.
Yeah, right? Like, get out of the left lane. Like, I'm going 90.
And the goddamn little old lady's behind you in the car honking, get the fuck out of the way. And, and she's doing 90 and, you're not going fast enough.
Yeah. It's crazy.
DC's fucking nuts.
Yeah, man. Dude, people, especially the older people, they do not give a fuck.
Yep.
But I
Go ahead.
So I was just going to say, I saw her doing weird shit in the breakdown lane, and I was in the right lane, couldn't get out because it's, we're moving, but there's still traffic, right? Boxed in. And I always check my blind spots, just, because I'm paranoid. And I'm coming up, and there's probably about 2, maybe 2.5, 3 car lengths in front of me. And as the car in front of me passes her, she freaking floors it from a dead stop with her hazards on in the breakdown lane, floors it because she thinks she can get in front of me and just smashes into my front right fender. I even tried to move over as close to the dude right in my blind spot as I could. Smashes into my front fender, and it's like a little freaking Nissan Sentra. And just drags down my whole car.
Oh, God.
And then totally jacks up the back right. These dumbasses designed this Lexus to have the whole shit that's around the windshield and the rear fenders and all that is the same single piece. The only different piece is the trunk. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why would you do that? Anyway, get out, talk to her. She's freaking out. She's going crazy. And at first when I get out, I was like, what the fuck? Are you fucking serious? Dude, there was literally not even a possibility of you getting in front. Like, are you stupid? And I'm going off. And she says, I'm sorry, freaking out. I said, okay, it's fine. Like, are you okay? I'm okay, you're okay. All right, do you have your vehicle information? She says, it's not my vehicle. I said, okay, whose vehicle is it? She says, it's a rental. I totaled my car 2 weeks ago.
Oh, Jesus.
So you just destroyed another vehicle, destroyed my vehicle, and 2 weeks ago you totaled your vehicle. You should have your license you should not be driving. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody needs to give you a bike and some knee pads, some elbow pads, and I take my car in and have it looked at, and they keep it like forever, and they give me a bid on how much it costs to do the work, and they totaled it. And I was like, hold on, you guys just give me a price of what it would be to fix. And they said yes, but it exceeds the value of the car.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, but it's paid off though. It doesn't matter. Insurance company totaled it. So my baby that I should have had for another 200,000 miles for free is gone. And I had to buy another car right when I lost the job. It was great.
Yeah, it's always fun like that.
Yeah, keeps things exciting.
But, we don't make shitloads of money, but, we do okay. We've never had to worry about, feeding the kids or anything. Mortgage doesn't get paid every month, but, I never get more than 2 months behind, and, then I catch up and,
I think paying mortgages is just overrated.
Yeah, I'd much rather not have a mortgage, but, I think I got like 12 more years to pay on it or something.
Nice, man.
And then I'll be debt free.
What did you have, like a 30-year arm or something like that? Or
it was it started out as a 40-year fixed.
Oh, really?
And I just kept paying more on it, whenever I had any extra, I'd pay on it. And
back then, you used to actually be able to pay towards the principal if you paid more than not anymore.
I still can.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah,
So I always pay something, even if it's $10 more. I always pay,
Yeah, if you buy your home through your corporation, you can write off your mortgage. Yeah, especially if you're like running your business out of it, or all that.
We write off. I don't know. I think we're allowed to write off 25% of our house or something.
Nice.
And all expenses, and
Technoman 2040. Thank you for the super chat, brother. I appreciate it. It says, P.S. Yo, Dark. If your contact info is still the same, yep, my cell phone number is still 561. I'm just kidding. I'll come on the show and explain why it is so important to fight out here. He's referring to California. If you'd have me, yeah, I'd be down.
I'd rather just nuke California. I would like to just plant a bunch of nukes on the San Andreas Fault, set them all off at the same time, and have the whole goddamn thing just go off into the ocean.
So here's my thing. I would do that to Afghanistan, Syria, all those places where those are terrible places. There are good people there that are just lost, that don't know that it's actually easy to move and to abandon a place, and you could slowly kill their economy over time. It is a very insulated area. Yeah, thank you, Techno. And yes, shoot me an email, or if we've spoken in the past, hit me up. Yeah, I'd love to have you on. A lot of those people are just lost, and they think they can't move. They think they can't get out. They think they can't, they don't understand that it's easy.
And
I was in the same place.
Detective John Kimmel says there are a lot of people in California who are just like you, Hoff. And no, they're not just like me, because I refuse to live in California.
Mm. Well, they could just be just like you and just break all the laws, which I admire that. Virginia will accept you. If you were to buy a tank, what tank would you purchase?
Sherman.
Fuck yeah. That's awesome.
I want a Sherman tank so bad.
If you were to purchase a machine gun that you don't currently own, what would you purchase? And money wasn't an issue. You could order it through Dark's Machine Gun Emporium.
I'd probably get an FND,
That
an
sounds
FN
good.
Model D, which is the
that-
modernized version of the BAR.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Because the first thing that came to my mind was the FNC, which is like a 5.56.
Yeah.
What do you
Nope.
call those fuckers?
This is the
FAL.
Model D.
This is the one that you showed me that is literally a BAR with a pistol grip on it.
Yep.
Which is a good
And
feature.
interchangeable barrels.
Interchangeable barrels, full auto 30-06 with a 20 round mag?
20 round mag. I think they made 40 round mags,
Ooh,
but I haven't found any yet.
I like.
I will make some 40 round mags for it, but you know.
That would be super dope. Now, I remember you saying that making magazines is no easy feat, but could you just take 220s and like?
Yeah, that's basically what you do. What I will probably do is design up and 3D print extensions for the existing magazines.
Nice.
So, you know, I'm not screwing up the original mags.
Yeah.
I just put an extension and a new spring, and I get 40 shots.
Yeah, because you don't want to mess with those mags because how exceptionally rare is the FND?
Transferable one's pretty goddamn rare
How many
in this country.
How many do you think are on the registry in the U.S.?
Not many.
Like less than half a dozen?
No, there's probably, I don't know, 20 to 50 on the registry or something.
Oh, really? I thought there would be way, way less.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Detective John Kimball says Apex has F&D kits on their site right now.
Yeah, for $1,500. Don't think so.
Damn, really?
One just sold on Gunbroker for 300 and some bucks.
A kit?
Yeah, I missed it. I didn't put in a
Oh.
big enough bid.
Dude, that's like the vector I told you I missed, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. I know. We all make that. Okay. You could purchase any carry gun at all if you decided to carry a gun in your, something every day. What would you pick?
I've got it. My TPH or that.
A 22 carry gun?
Yeah.
What's that? I can't see.
The Mac SSSW.
Oh yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
PD. EDC
Yep, the one I
video.
just did the video for.
So that, for all y'all watching, that is the PWEDC firearm. It is shaped like you said it best, like a suppository. Yeah, it is literally shaped like a suppository, and you could sit on it, Fonzie. Let me go back here. So, I had pictured you wanting to. Two things. I pictured you picking some like glorious, beautiful, all steel or steel and aluminum semi-auto, or maybe a large wheel gun for carry.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing I would carry would be my Colt Peacemaker.
Ooh, nice. That would go. 45 long Colt.
Right now it's 38. It was converted to 38 special.
Nice.
And it's a late gen 1. So it's good steel.
Hell yeah.
It was converted probably sometime in the 50s to 38 special. I'm going to go through it. It's somebody chrome plated it and everything else. I'm going to strip it all down, rebuild it all.
Why would you
send
do
the
that
frame
to a
out?
piece of history?
Probably have turnbulls, color case harden the frame. I don't know what caliber I'm going to do it in. I haven't decided.
45 long Colt is a great caliber, but if I could make any decision on what I wanted something like that in, I got to be honest, it may be 357 Magnum.
Yep.
Those are just awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea,
and there's ammo, usually there's 357 or 38 ammo available everywhere.
Yeah. An SBR, you could put together any SBR you want. Can't be a machine gun, SBR. What would be your go-to SBR?
Probably a Winchester 92 Trapper.
Okay, the 92, that's a 12 gauge, right?
No, it's lever action. Pistol caliber lever action.
Oh, what caliber?
I don't know. There's so many good calibers.
So you could do those come in 38, same kind of thing?
Yeah, you can also convert them to, 38, 357. I would do it to match my Colt. Whatever I decide to do my Colt in. That's one thing I eventually want to do is get a Winchester 92 and build it, get a junky one. Yeah. So I don't have to worry about, the history and, just do what I want with it. And make the Colt and that one match.
That'd be nice. I am very fond of the the ranch hands or the mare's legs or whatever you want to call them with you form one it and put a stock on it. Those things are beautiful. Yeah. And that paired with a sidearm in the same caliber is perfect. I got the single action in a bandolero holster style setup, and that thing's a blast. That's in 38. I don't know why they didn't do it in 357. Come on, but it's a Cimarron or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
Destructive device. What would you want? And it can't be a Molotov cocktail.
Okay, it would either be an M79. Which is one of my ones I always wanted.
You may have to tell the people what the M79 is.
M79 Thumper.
Thumper.
It's the predecessor of the 203 40 millimeter grenade launcher.
Yep.
Looks like a big single shot shotgun. Break
real
open.
Big.
Real big. Would either be that.
And it has wood on it.
Yep. Or it would be something like, a 20 millimeter Lottie or something like that. Look, airsoft ones.
Oh no, these are pictures of the real 40s, but they do make refabs of these in 37 millimeter.
Yeah.
They're not they're not exact. They didn't do the best job. Somebody made a flare gun Thumper. Oh, that's like a 3D printed 37 millimeter. That's pretty awesome. Let me see. I don't know if there were actual 37 millimeter Thumpers. Oh shit! Spike's Tactical did an M79. I had no idea.
I didn't know they did either.
I only knew about the Havoc. That's pretty.
I wish I had known. I would have swung down and got one because they're close.
Yeah, wait, aren't they in like what, Cocoa?
No, they're right here on. They're like 2 towns over.
Oh shit.
They're in a Popka.
That's right, a Popka. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Yeah, that thing is beautiful.
Yeah, they're like even with traffic, it's like a 20-minute drive over there.
It's not bad at all. TAC, the company TAC, they make like TAC. I think it was like TAC 79s. They didn't do a really good job on this. The handguard doesn't look right. There's a Picatinny rail on it. The stock looks off. Like, yeah, I wouldn't do it. And last but not least, a less than lethal device.
Nothing.
I fucking knew it. I love it.
I don't believe in less than lethal.
If
I pull a gun, I'm killing somebody. I'm not, I don't pull a gun and stop, freeze. I pull a gun, put it in the back of their head and pull the fucking trigger.
Well, you're saying like you would, not that like you have.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Let's say that.
Yeah,
that'd be a good. Yeah, he's talking about the future if it ever happened. Recoilless rifle. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Actually, a destructive device. If money was no object, it would be a Sherman tank with an active barrel on it.
Oh my God! What are those 120s? 120 millimeter?
I don't think they're that big. I think they're 75 millimeter or something. They're not big guns on those.
Oh yeah, the 120s are like the gunships. Those are the big ass ones.
Yeah.
Damn, 75 millimeter. Jesus. Yeah, for me personally, destructive device. If money were no object, I would love a fucking what is it? The God, now I'm drawing a blank. The
Mark 19 grenade launcher.
Is it the 19?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
That'd be cool too. I'd like one of those too.
Yeah, hitting the butterfly on a thump, 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 thump.
The only problem with any of the grenade launchers is you can't play with the fun shit.
Yeah. I mean, couldn't you, if you register, like, let's say you registered a destructive device, like a grenade, and you got it serialized, like it was made out of steel, had the cup in it, it was reloadable, and you could technically build your own. You may die, you may blow your hands off, but couldn't you, if you serialize the actual casing, couldn't you build your own shit?
I don't know if they'd let you serialize the casing.
Oh.
If you could serialize the casing, yeah, then you could do it, Yeah,
because I was under the impression that, like, if you get a destructive device, the device itself is registered as a DD, and any, like, HEDP or any HE rounds that you get for it are also registered as well.
Yeah, they're also destructive devices, and you have to register each one illegally or legally, and it costs you $200 a piece, and
you're not going to find them anyway.
No.
Yeah, at best you're going to find chalk rounds.
Yeah, there used to be, I think he was a retired general down that lived just outside Quantico. And he used to, when he was active, he was stationed on Quantico.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was down there in the 90s, I met him. And he had bought and restored a Sherman tank.
No shit.
Registered the gun. And because he was, some general in the military and knew everybody, he had Quantico order a shitload of ammunition for it.
Really?
Yeah. And it was all old World War II shit. You know, they kept it in a fucking bunker out in the middle of nowhere away from everything else in case it decided to blow up.
Yeah, that doesn't seem too trustworthy.
No, it was the military was getting ready to destroy it. So
Oh
they
my
ordered a shitload of it.
Flying Rich is a win.
Hey, Flying Rich.
What's up?
And then he would take his tank, his Sherman tank, and drive it over to Quantico, go pick up a bunch of ammunition for it, and take it to their range and shoot it at Quantico.
Man, you know, I used to hear that shit all the time.
Yeah. Now they also, you know, he had made a deal with Quantico. So like when they had dignitaries come in and they do the whole dog and pony show, he'd pull out the Sherman and drive the Sherman over there. You know, and he was in the parades down there and everything else. So, you know.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, you hear the artillery range all the time. Like, I would go out to, like, Woodbridge or, you know, like, literally, for you guys that don't know, the next city over, and you would hear, like, da-dong, da-dong, da-dong.
Yeah, we used to hear it because we were on the south side of Woodbridge.
Oh, okay.
You know, so we were on right off Route 1.
Yeah.
On the south side of Woodbridge.
Yeah.
You know, you go down the hill and come back up.
That's so crazy. This is like my hood, guys.
Yeah, and so we were close to Quantico. It was what? 15-minute drive, 20-minute drive, if that, you know,
Unless
depending on
Friday,
what traffic was. Yeah.
12 o'clock.
Well, if it was, you know, Friday afternoon or something, that was, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 4-hour drive.
Yeah, dude, you should see what number one, if you saw what 66 looks like now, you would like it's unbelievable. It's crazy.
When we left in 1999 or 2000, going down either Route 1 or 95, traffic would just start to break up right at the south side of Woodbridge.
Yeah.
You know, and then it kind of opened up a little bit down to, you know, Fairfax or Fredericksburg and stuff. And I talked to one of the people that still lived up there, I don't know, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And he's like, dude, it's all the way down to fucking Richmond. It's just a parking lot.
Damn. I just changed my vote for destructive device. If he gets a tank, I want Gaub Avenger cannon and a Warthog A10 Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
Of course.
Problem is you can't afford to feed one of those.
Yeah.
You could afford to feed a Sherman tank cannon. You know, especially if you're shooting chalk rounds or something out of it, you know.
Yeah, smoke, chalk, flare.
Yeah.
Flying Rich says my dad drove an M4. That's no big deal. We all have M4s, dude.
Yeah, too new. Too new.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, no. I was talking about like the AR platform. I was being stupid, but yeah, no, that's awesome. Awesome because of how flat easily you can put 4 or 5 20 mic HE rounds in a window 200 to 300 yards away.
Yeah.
Hard to do that with a 40 mic grenade. Yeah, no.
Yep.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. Backdoor, that 9-inch 37 millimeter Havoc is like literally like I had all my shit set up to get the 9-inch 37 millimeter launcher with the standalone unit because I do believe that a launcher should be standalone. I don't like the idea of like the 203, for an example, being married to a rifle. I just the additional weight, I don't know. I feel like whatever, it's preference. I may find out something different if I purchase it myself, but it is what it is. But I had everything set up, and I was literally going to purchase it, and they come right to your door, and I didn't get it because I was compromising on something. They did a very, very, very small run of a standalone unit that instead of putting a fucking AR stock on it. They have a side folding stock, and you can get a launcher like in a lunchbox. Like, it is crazy. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna go spend like $700, but whatever the hell it was, way too much on a launcher that I wasn't truly in love with, and that I was just gonna throw an M4 stock on. Like, I want something that I can fold up, and if I want to, take it out, because you can reload 37 millimeter all day as long as you have 2 eyes and something between your ears, and you can make some nasty stuff. But of course, you got to make sure that you're following all the laws and stuff.
Being a good person.
Yeah, be a good person. Be kind. Contribute to others.
Goddamn Bacon asked what bayonet I would put on a Sherman. I would definitely make a bayonet for that gun.
Fucking
tell me sword. People would not freak out and start running away if you came across the flat and your fucking Sherman tank had a big ass bayonet hanging off.
Dude, that would be.
They'd just be like, that motherfucker is crazy. I'm not having anything to do with him.
I don't know if you've ever seen any of those videos with like those massive like 200-pound swords that they make, where they like crush cars with them and shit. I could picture something like that, just like, having a ring around it and just having 4 dudes sliding it over. Oh my God. And just driving it and impaling it into something. Oh God. That would be so awesome. Oh,
you'd have to figure out a way where you could take the blade and with a switch or something, have it swing out sideways, so then you can swing the turret around so it's hanging off the side of the tank and just chop people down.
Of course. But you got to have a backup triangle blade one too.
Yep.
Yeah, OTF style.
Then have some of those hubcap things on it with the cutty things that you see in the movie.
Now it's definitely Mad Max style out here. Oh my God! Literally right when I said that. Now that is some pure Mad Max crazy. Yes, it is. Oh, the Law rocket. That was dope. The only problem with the Law is that they made it and designed it to be fucking disposable.
Yeah.
Like, dude, why? Like, everything's there. Like, why? Why would you do that? I could load it. I promise I could load it. Yeah. They didn't want soldiers losing magazines.
Now, are they still using the Law rocket in the military?
I have seen it still, like...
Or have they moved on to something else?
They have moved on, but I have still seen recent videos within the last decade of guys in country using a Law rocket.
Probably because they just got a crap load of them to use up.
Yeah, because they made a bunch of disposable ones. Just to throw this out there for, anyone that's listening, I and Richard are both accepting donations for Law rockets that don't have homes.
Yep.
So, I don't know.
I would actually love to build a subcaliber device for a Law rocket.
That'd be cool as shit.
That'd be just fun as shit.
Like 4570 or something.
Yeah,
like
something.
Yeah.
Even 308 or something like that. That RPG I did a video on.
Yeah, that was
with the trainer thing. Goddamn, tell me that wouldn't be fun.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like 10 gauge. That would be badass.
One of the guys I knew had a subcaliber device for I'm not sure which mortar it was. One of the World War II mortars. U.S. mortars.
Dang.
And it fired little baby rockets. Little baby bombs.
That's awesome.
And you'd load them with 22 blanks. So when they hit, they'd go bang!
That's funny.
You'd go pick them up and, load them up again. And they each one used I think 2 22 blanks. One to launch it, and then one when it hit the ground.
Oh, that's cool. That's a way to do it. Armitage says the Law Rocket is superior to the RPG in every way, so the U.S. Army uses that. Yeah, I wouldn't ever see them using a RPG unless it's like a literal battlefield pickup, like crazy shit.
I remember down at Quantico, you used to go to that Army surplus store right outside the gate.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they just had stacks and stacks and stacks of used Law Rockets.
Dude, they used to have like the coolest shit at stores like that, man. And then they started thinning out. A lot of them stopped selling guns, gave up their FFL. Then they're selling like knives, tasers, and BDUs. And then I had one spot that was up in like kind of relatively close to my area, closer to the city, but it was in my area, and you'd probably know it if I tell you. I'll tell you offline. But they've been open probably for 15, maybe even 20 years, and they sold like prep stuff, emergency food.
Was that the place that had all the uniform shit from like
the
everywhere?
40s,
it didn't matter what it was, they had
Polish, Polish, Bulgarian, like everything.
Oh, you want a Civil War outfit? Sure, those are over here.
Guess what? They just closed.
Are you shitting me?
Yep. No.
I only went to that place once, but it's like, holy crap.
I only went to that place once a week.
Yeah.
Because I was like addicted to like finding shit. I was like, ooh, a little stainless steel cup that I could boil coffee in when the world stops. I would get blue chem lights.
I only went there once because I knew what would happen if I went back.
Yeah. You'd buy a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. And even my wife, she went with me when I went. And she was just like, holy crap. We could spend so much money here. We better not ever come back.
Dude, I went to another one actually in Alexandria, and I walk in and they have this closed glass like kind of display case. And I start looking in there and they have stuff from the 20s, the 30s, the 40s. And I was just like talking to the guy and I was like, wow, like this is like remarkable shit. Like it's kept like so well. And he grabbed this box of 7.62 NATO blanks, and they were the brass blanks with the blue rounds, so like it still goes boom and shit still flies out. So it's training ammo, and I was like, wow, man, I would like kill to have something like that. And he turned it around, and there was a price on it, and I was like, hold on, is all this shit for sale?
Yep.
Like I thought it was a display case. 5.56 training ammo from the 70s, or 223 actually, I think it was. 7.62 NATO shit from I don't even fucking know when, like forever ago. 30-06 training ammo that was really similar. That was from probably even longer. I mean, they had water purification kits that like, man, it was the coolest shit, dude. That's where I picked up these bad boys. Yeah.
Now, were those the ones that are the bottoms drilled out of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to get some of those and weld them up.
Yeah, no. This, of course, is totally legal. I use them as perimeter defense. I drilled them out for 209 primers. So that way I could unbend my pin here, tie a line to it.
Tripwire.
And then if something like a deer tries to go in my garden or whatever, then pow, 209 all day. I would never modify a stem and like drill all the way through it and then like drill it to fit 209s and then like weld up a hole and then use like I don't know, like
you can buy cannon fuse that fits right in there.
So it does, but I heard that a 209 primer would possibly blow past the cannon fuse.
Probably. See, we weren't using 209 primers. We were using pistol primers.
Okay. So if you were using a downloaded primer, then that may work with cannon fuse. Because that's one thing that I could never like get right in my head. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of information on the internet, but basically, and that was I'm showing this for all the ATF agents that are all like, "He has a grenade." No, it's not. It's a perfectly legal device.
It's not illegal until you put powder in it.
Yeah, exactly.
And with that big old hole on the bottom, it's kind of hard to put powder in it and make it stay.
Well, so
duct tape doesn't work.
Like, if you weld it shut, that's constructive intent. Like they could still.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's got to have the hole in it. Okay, all right. That was more of a question. Like I just genuinely didn't know.
I suppose you could weld it shut and then tack weld the firing assembly onto it.
Yeah.
So you couldn't take it off, but then what the hell's the point of that, you know?
Yeah. I mean, these are good things to have for, like, if God forbid things just went crazy and we were living in an environment without rule of law, because I could turn something like that into something terribly devastating very, very easily. Not that I ever would, though, ever.
I know what I got to do.
What's that?
I got to get some of those and figure out how to make a whistle to go in there and just put like a 209 primer on it. So when it goes off, it goes, woo! Scare the living shit out of people.
Like put like a kazoo in the hole or something like that. Oh, yeah, that's good. Or one of the party ones that like blows out.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that'd be
Can
awesome.
you imagine some agent sneaking around your house, seeing it right before they trip the wire, and it goes, woo! And the thing goes flying.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah.
He freaking dropped dead from a cord.
Oh my God, heart attack immediately. Like you can use these for so if there's no fuse delay, or if there's no delay in it, then the second that spoon flies,
yep,
that's it. That thing closes on it, and it's going off. The primer, of course. And I know there are a lot of different ways to work on the delay, but see, this is just a normal. Normal.
Yeah, when I lived in Virginia, I knew a guy out there who was actually the guy that took me to that shop.
Yeah.
And he was into destructive devices. That was his thing.
Nice.
And he had, explosives licenses and all this other shit. And he had rearming those things down to a science.
Yeah, a lot.
He knew exactly which cannon fuse to use, how long to cut it to get a 5-second delay.
There is one school of thought that says if you use KNO3, so potassium nitrate, and powdered sugar, it is what's used to make smoke bombs. Mm-hmm. And smoke bombs, when they're cooked and compacted properly, they're very hard, right? It hardens up like a lot, and it burns at a rate like it's a little slower. You can probably get, if someone was ever going to legally reactivate a destructive device, like Ordnance Lab and a lot of other YouTube channels do shit like that. If you used KNO3 and sugar and made a perfect mixture that was like the smoke bomb mixture, I bet it would act as a delay.
Yep.
As long as it burned, it didn't like start to degrade and then fall. So after like 1 or 2 seconds. But yeah, it's pretty terrifying when you pull it and you let the spoon go and you hear this pow, like like, and then I throw it, like, it's pretty terrifying. But
I
they're
don't know.
cool.
I still think I have to do the party thing, so it goes.
Oh yeah, you got
And
to,
goes.
or the sign that comes out and unrolls and it says "bang" on it.
Bang.
Oh yeah, you need that. If you ever do reactivate them and use them for like something like, the corner of a door, like up there, and you use one of those wires that people use for badges, like to scan badges, the little keychains that have the wire. There's such a soft resistance that no one would feel it if you were opening a door with that, because it's like on bearings basically, like it's so smooth. And then once you hit the tension, as long as you unbend, the pin, then the pin's just going to come right the fuck out. If it was an actual device, then if it went off, it would just kind of blow up like everywhere, right? But if you take a gallon-sized Ziploc bag and you fill it with water, not overfill it, but fill it with water, mostly with water, and then you put it over the unit and then duct tape that to the wall and maybe add lots of other duct tape all over it, then that water would send the blast the other direction, kind of like a breaching charge. And I find shit like that like fascinating. Like something as simple as water can complete, and they use water like from explosives. I talked to a couple other people about this. They use water to it can cut through concrete at the right speed. It's crazy. So both sides of that would get a.
I guarantee if we could make grenades that would whistle and the little thing came out or a bang flag came out,
people would buy them.
I guarantee we would sell a shitload to government agencies.
To government agencies?
Yes.
Because they're
for
stupid?
Like when they were doing training and stuff, guy slips it into the other guys.
Yeah, that's actually, I can see that. I can see civilians buying them too, because how freaking
civilians,
hilarious.
Military, drill sergeant gets some frickin' moron who can't throw a grenade, slips one of those.
Yep. Dude, that would be beautiful. Yeah, I mean, I definitely am open. So I've been considering getting my FEL, and I don't know what I would.
That.
I know, it's a lot, and they literally send the ATF and a fire marshal to inspect your home and
all the time.
Yeah. And if you ever don't have explosives in your locker, like if you have explosives, like even if I was manufacturing them or synthesizing them, like here, the moment that it becomes a live explosive, if it
gotta go right into the locker.
Yeah, like it's crazy. It's almost like you said, like I'm pinning and welding a 14.5-inch barrel. This is technically an illegal SBR right now.
Yeah.
It's like how do you, if you want to follow the law, it's crazy. Well, I know we're at about 2.5. Oh wow, almost 2 hours and 50 minutes. I talk a lot of shit, and you're known for similar things.
Chatting.
Yeah, man, and it's been a cool conversation. I know, like Dirt McGirt, fuck that, the Hoff. That's your quote. I do want to give you the opportunity to have some closing remarks before we go. What would you like to say?
Fuck that.
Beautiful. All right. I thought you were going to say fuck the ATF, but
yeah, well, I mean, I'm hard on the ATF. I do have a lot of friends there. Well, less now. They're all freaking retiring. God damn it! Pisses me off.
We're dying. I'm not sure. I just lost one of my best friends the day before yesterday.
Yeah.
Sucks, man.
I mean, I'm hard on the ATF, but not all of them are bad. There's a lot of good people there.
Yeah.
You know, the problem is they're not in the positions to make the decisions.
Yeah. How much difference can you make when, you know? But I would love to meet someone from the ATF that's a good person. I know one guy. He pushes tax stamps through for us.
Yeah. One of the funnest times I ever had. I went to SHOT Show, and this was back 2003, 2004, 2005 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And John Cena came over to my booth, and he's like, "What are you doing tonight?" I said, "Going back to the hotel room and going to sleep." And he's like, "No, you're not. You're coming to the Glock party."
Oh, hell yeah.
Dude, I don't have a pass. Oh, neither do I. You don't need a fucking pass. Okay, I guess I'm going to the Glock party with John Cena. So we go to the Glock party. He just starts walking through past the fucking security guys.
Damn.
Security guys are like, "Wait a minute, where's your ticket?" He's like, "Oh, fuck you." Just starts walking in. Starts making a big ruckus. I'm like, Jesus Christ, we're going to get arrested. So I'm kind of, you know, staying back a little bit. You think I'm bad? John Cena is 10 times worse.
I'm with him.
Yeah. No, hell no. You don't want to say you're with John. You know, it's like, I don't know that guy.
So who is he exactly? I'm not familiar.
John Cena is one of the old timers. You know, he got into NFA stuff in the 70s.
Okay.
And he did, he re-engineered and was manufacturing all the 22 kits for the ARs and the M16s.
Nice.
And he did all those 22 conversion kits and stuff. But I'm like, oh God, we're going to get arrested, you know. And all of a sudden, was either the vice president or the president of Glock US comes hustling over. What's going on? Oh, it's you, John. You know, and then in this time, all the confusion, I just kind of slipped by everybody.
Yeah.
So I'm on the inside and I'm watching this. And the executive from Glock says, "John, you don't have a pass. What are you doing here?" And he's like, "I'm coming into the party." And the Glock guy looks at him and he said, "We're not going to have a recreation of last year, are we, John?" And I'm like, "Oh, shit." And he's like, "No, I'll be good." Jeez. Fine, let him in.
And this guy is like loaded with machine guns.
So we go in. The next thing I know, I'm sitting at a table with 6 or 8 of the people from ATF.
Damn.
And these were heads of departments.
Oh, God.
These were the old timers that have been there. Denise Brown, which, oh my God, I love her. At that time, she was, what was she doing? Import export. She was the head of import export. There was 2 of the head guys from Tech Branch. There was a couple of the other head people. They weren't the super high ups, but they were the heads of the departments, or, you know, 1 or 2 steps down from the head of the department.
All the feds.
Man, we got fucking shit-faced. We sat there for about 4 hours drinking. We ended up closing down the Glock party.
Jeez.
Me sitting with the ATF and just laughing, carrying on, having a good time. We all looked like shit the next morning.
I mean, that's kind of like par for the course, right?
Yeah, because I think that's the year I was in the booth next to ATF.
Yikes.
And they told me, they gave me the booth assignment, and I'm like, great, I'm next to ATF. And somebody said, no, that's the booth you want because everybody goes to see ATF.
Dude, I don't know what it is. We never had an ATF booth at our show, whatever. We always had a Virginia State Police booth.
Mm.
And the last 2 years, we started having a ATF table where like agents will be sitting there in their freaking windbreakers and in their freaking polos with their badges and guns and shit, and everyone goes by. I'm like,
Yeah.
What is it? It's crazy to me. But you're
Yeah.
right. It attracts a lot of freaking people.
Yep. Well, I'm going to bed.
Me too, man. It's actually a lie. I'm probably gonna like eat ice cream and then go to bed. But
I should, but I'm going to bed.
Yeah, you should eat ice cream. Now you get the pleasure of naming the stream. What would you like to name it?
I thought we had a name figured out for it. At the beginning of the show, I don't remember what the hell it was.
Is that the one you want to keep?
Yeah. Somebody said something and it was funny, and that's what it is.
DLD After Dark, episode 85. There's a big dick in the stream. See if you can find it.
Yeah, I leave it there. That's good.
All right, cool. Just so you guys know, we got a few exciting things coming up. We right now are working with Cody Wilson, and hopefully he will bring on Print, Shoot, Repeat. So we'll have Cody Wilson and Print, Shoot, Repeat on in one show. And all I'll say is that he may be sending me something to work on so I can show you guys how to mill things in your home out of aluminum and steel and all of that shit, all of the metals. I may be getting, I don't know if I want to say it. I may be getting a Ghost Gunner 3 from Cody Wilson, which is a small CNC machine, like for your house. So if you guys need anything like muzzle brakes, triggers, and all you have to do is fuck off, because I'm saving it for me. I'm just kidding. I'll definitely do stuff that'll help the community with it for sure.
And everybody go to my YouTube channel and subscribe.
Yes.
I'm trying to pass Dark up.
Where are you at?
I'm
now?
at 1675 right now.
Damn, bro.
I don't know what the hell's happened. I got 100 subscribers yesterday, 75 today.
Damn, dog. You're literally like 200.
I'm like right behind you.
Damn. You know what it is? It's that some people would say that some of the content that we have on here could be considered polarizing.
Yes.
I just think it's, it's just us. But what can I say? All right, name is updated. We are still demonsterized, which is hilarious. And that's it, dude. I appreciate you coming on, man. Everybody, make sure you go to BWB Firearms channel and sub. He puts out a lot of great content, a lot of great machine gun content. So if you like seeing shit like Uzis, Stens, Sterlings, ARs,
belt feds.
Yeah, belt feds, like crazy.
Little crazy shit like this little guy.
Yeah, the little poo gun, the poo gun,
the poo popper.
Which Military Armament Corporation was at that
Mac 10s.
Yeah, they were they
were the kings.
Yeah, they were the submachine gun company back then. So I'm jealous that you have that. But make sure you guys go sub and just make sure he doesn't surpass me, because I feel a little weird about that. No, I'm kidding. I want you to surpass me. I want everyone to do incredible things together. So I'll let you go.
I want 1.5 million subs.
That's it?
That's what I want. I don't think that's asking too much from you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Out of the 25 people in here right now, you guys can do it. Go create a sh
shitload of accounts.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. But all jokes aside, I know, I was in the stream by telling you guys it's so important that we make sure we follow rule number 1, which is be kind, always be kind, be nice, just be good people, live a life of contribution, care, be considerate, be compassionate, contribute to others, and study violence. And remember your responsibility to be the most dangerous motherfucker that you possibly could be. And hide guns in your butthole.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah. So, Hoff, thank you for coming. We love you.
Thank you for having me.
Go sub to his channel right now, or I'll do a reverse search on your IP address and find you. So, we'll see. And
we'll put a butt gun in you.
We will install a butt gun in you. You don't want that. Actually,
unless it's one where they can bend over and shoot it. Full auto, like
full auto toot butt guns. Oh man. All right, guys. Love y'all. Thank you.
Take it easy.
Bye.